Hey guys, it's Carla from the Paper Trail. Thank you for being here. Today I'm going to show you how I made this wall hanging from paper and cardboard. I'm starting with a box lid and two different size circle shapes. So this is how I drew my bird. So the smaller circle on top of the larger one, so it looks like a snowman at first. And then you just kind of go back and fill in, like shape the bird with the beak and kind of bring the head and body together. And then bring it on down and form the tail. And it'll look kind of funny at first, but once you cut it out, it makes more sense. All right, so now I'm using a water and glue mixture and covering my bird with music paper. And now I'm covering I've got a piece of cardboard here that is the same size as my frame opening. So, because I do want to frame this. So I'm just using scrapbook paper to cover that cardboard as a background for my bird. And this bird, even at this point, can still be reshaped if you need to. If you need to trim parts of it off or something. All right, now I'm using vintage photo distress ink to distress the edges, and I want to distress all the edges, but especially the corners, because I think it looks good to have the corners a little darker than the rest of it. Kind of brings the eye toward the center. And then just very, very lightly, I'm pulling in some color. I'm barely touching the paper. And this just kind of makes it look maybe a little old, rusty, I don't know. And I can't tell you where this crackle scrapbook paper came from, because I got it at a thrift store in a pack of stuff. All right, now with brown paper, I'm going to make my limb that my bird is going to sit on. So I'm just kind of folding it up, rolling it up, and then twisting it. So I want to decide exactly where it goes before I glue it down. But before I glue it down, I want to distress it a little bit just to give it some texture and contrast. Okay, so I want to kind of center my bird And then this is where my limb is going to go. All right, now make sure that your bird is trimmed up the way you want it, because once you distress the edges, then you really don't want to be cutting on it anymore. Okay, now I'm just making a spacer to go behind my bird, because the tail is going to be hanging over the limb, so it's going to be raised up off the board. So I need the head to be raised up too. So I'm just folding up paper to make a spacer. I'm just going to glue it to the back of the bird, almost up to the head, but not quite. So once I decide where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and glue it on. So I'm gluing that spacer on, and then I want to put some glue under the tail to glue it to the limb. All right, now I've got a piece of ribbon and fabric. One piece of ribbon, one piece of fabric, to kind of put, I guess, a scarf around his neck. And now I'm just trimming the pieces to the length that I want them. All right, now in an old hymnal I found some words that I wanted to use that kind of made sense with the bird. I can't remember exactly what it says. I'm trying to read it. So before I glue those on, I want to distress the edges just to make them kind of pop out and make them look finished. Oh, rise my soul and stretch thy wings. Okay. And so once I've got it finished, I'm going to go ahead and put it in a frame. And that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day, and God bless you.